My name is Joey Ryder. We're at SEMA 2022. Pretty exciting. We're in the Tecton booth. Today I'm showing the Reboot Buggy. This build is about taking common parts and then creating something exceptional with them. So there's nothing magical about anything here, but it's magical because it's assembled in a certain way, like a beautiful poem or something else. It's still the words, but it's something great again. I'm an artist and I'm a product designer and I'm a builder. I sort of like to do all sorts of things, so a label's pretty tricky. I like to create sort of what I'm thinking about, and stuff like this comes out of my head as what happens if a car wants to be a car for itself without restrictions of a human or roads, all those sorts of things. So there's not much space to actually sit in it. But just like horses, we weren't designed to ride on them, but we do. So this is kind of a modern horse, Amish buggy meets all the horses stay here. This came about over probably a few years of kind of digesting what I wanted to do, what kind of stories I wanted to tell, and then what I wanted to say to the industry in automotive. I wanted to see how hard it was to make a car, to know everything, like suspension, steering, like ground clearance, all the stuff. So it turns out it's super hard. So I learned that the hard way. As an example, it taught me for the next project. Met tons of great builders, other designers, other factories doing things, and it's really cool to like assemble all these people together, create partnerships with them, and create something fun together. I met Detroit Steel Wheel like at SEMA, I don't know, 2000, what would it be, 10 or 11? And I saw the wheels, I'm like, that's so sick, this is what I've been looking for. And then I was also working on a Lincoln project at the time, a 62 Continental. So I'm like, this is like perfect. And I ordered I think it's the first set of white wheels, D-Town Smoothies. And then over the years, we've just stayed connected and we created a collaboration with Candy Lab Toys. I think we used the wheels in the photo shoot, which is really fun as well. And then this is a nice progression of this truck. It's very simple, it's like timeless. It's hard to date this aesthetic. And then these wheels too, it's like modern, kind of old school. You don't really know when they were made. So I really like that timeless effect. So the Detroit Steel wheels are wrapped in Hercules tires. These are pretty amazing off-road tires for this, and they work perfectly. And it's sitting in the Tecton tool booth, and they have awesome tools made in the USA. My background is fine art, and then the typical high school student has no direction. In college, I didn't really have a direction, so I took welding and art classes. And I sort of meandered away through internships, met the right people, and then was always true to myself, just creating. And then I stumbled across industrial design late in college, and that's technically what I would be called, an industrial designer. I think we bring our own aesthetic from what we know about it and our own information. So yeah, you might say, oh, that's Mad Max, or that's steampunk, or that's this, but it really just, you view what you know to view. So I find that really interesting as my work gets presented in the world, like how people receive it. I just wanted to think it's like inspiring or make them do something great in the world. Just maybe by something I've done, they can maybe try something on their own. My shop is in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I have a home studio. It's kind of in the woods. I'm off the map. I like to create pieces like this to kind of show off the studio, show the capabilities of what we can do. But we are working on a new car. There's some cars at the Peterson Auto Museum right now. Another sedan is one of my favorites. And then there's another EV coming out, which is my extra favorite, I would say. You can see samples of my work at my website, www.jruiter.com. It's Joey Ryder, J Ryder. Or Instagram at Joey Ryter, R-U-I-T-E-R.